Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Star Wars Jedi Survivor on the Steam Deck with patch 1.05, I think it was. So yeah, May 1st, Labor Day, and we get a new patch. It's like 4 or 5 gigabytes. They say they improve performance in non-ray traced environments, so we're going to be checking that out. So I just compiled the shaders there. We are at 16 FPS in the menu, which is always a good one. So I'll jump into the game in a moment. Let's keep in there right now. Okay guys, so we're now into the game. We're on 800p. For some reason it defaulted to 1080p, which is interesting. And I'm using a mix between medium and low. And the other thing on Epic because it's TAA and it makes the game a little bit better on the edges. And basically the demanding settings are on low. And FSR is on performance just to make sure that it's not the GPU limiting us. For some reason, it allows me to enable ray tracing, but it doesn't do anything apparently. So yeah, that's basically it. Performance FSR, medium to low settings. Let's enable the FPS counter. And we're at the very beginning of the game. At least to me, this was the most demanding part. Then when I got to an open area, it was a little bit better. Still drops here and there. Not sure, I didn't see any other Steam Deck videos personally. I saw one from, I think it was Gaming on Linux. And he was like hard lock at 20 in this area. But the main limitation here is the CPU. Like on the other ones, the game doesn't take advantage of the CPU. As you can see, it's chilling at 50%. The GPU is used more, which is good. But still, not even using the full clock of the GPU, it can go up to 1600 MHz. We're below 1000 MHz. So yeah, well, stutterfest all over the place. And well, yeah. So let's see if once we can get into the first combat scenario. Also, guys, just to let you know, I'm on the... When I tried the lowest settings, it was basically the same. They released the first patch, apparently improving all the things non-ray traced. But I never played this on the day one patch, so I don't know exactly if it improved on the Steam Deck or in general. I'll have to do more testing to ensure there's any changes. So let's skip ahead to the first combat encounter. First we're going to see the first combat scenario, and then we're jumping ahead into the first open location, which some parts run better for me. Then when you get to a more detail heavy area, it drops again. So I've been playing on my PC, and there were areas where it was like 50 to 60 on the computer, not on the Steam Deck. And afterwards, it was again dropping into the 30s. So first combat. Okay, yeah, as expected. Come and get me. I've been playing Fallen Order actually on the Steam Deck. If you want to see a video of that, the previous game still stutters like hell. But there's a mod that came out this year actually that improves the stuttery nature of Fallen Order. Doesn't fix it. Let me know in the comments if you want to see that. Oh yeah. What am I supposed to do? Still do this? So as you can see, it drops below 30. Stays into the 20s as well. Lower settings doesn't help. So let's get ahead into the open location I was talking about. Because here, as you can see, it stays below 30 no matter what. Welcome back. Same settings as before. This is like an hour into the game. The first new location. Again, as you can see, stuttery mess. But still, at least it's into the 30s. I could block it to 30 actually. And see if it gives us any stability whatsoever. But just to prove you guys The lower in the settings doesn't really matter. I'm going to put it on low, just for transparency's sake. So low settings, and let's put FSR on quality, and let's see what happens. So low settings, quality FSR. So at least we have a higher resolution. And it's basically almost the same numbers. Although now that the level loaded, the stutter is less. Personally, I rather play on low settings with a higher resolution, because FSR2 is FSR2, not 2.1. But as you can see, in this level it runs better than the first one. The thing is, some locations of this planet are still bad. Keep that in mind. That's my issue with it. There are some parts like this that are fine, despite being in the open location. But then there are other areas in the open levels that are similar to this first level, the first level of the game. So it still has long ways to go. Not sure if this patch changed anything or if it was like this before. But I'm happy that at least some areas are good-ish. Still, the stutter is there. I'm happy at least that there is patches coming faster. Yeah, there we go. Looking into the distance, we drop below 30 like before. And some stuff pops up late. So, as you can see, it's very all over the place. If I was back there, I would be into the 30s still. Let's very quickly try one more thing, just to finish up. Ultra performance, FSR2 on the lowest settings. And as you can see, still basically the same number. So this is not taking advantage of anything, just like on my normal PC. And this looks dreadful. So my advice, if you, well, first of all, do not buy the game. Thanks EA for the code, but do not buy the game. And my advice for this one is to put it on medium, like this. Shadows on low. Anti-aliasing on high. Visual effects on low. Post-processing, let's keep it the same. Foliage, let's put it on low. And FSR balanced. And that should do. That should give you basically better graphics and almost the same visuals. Once it stabilizes, come on. So yeah, similar numbers as before. It'll still drop below 30, but at least you got a bit better visuals. But still, not in a playable state in my book. Just stay away for now. If it ever gets fixed completely, you'll know from me. Keep that in mind. But some areas, again... Oh, I forgot I could double jump. Too much of the original I've been playing. Of the previous game. So again, I have some hope that they're going to improve it, but I don't know how long it will take them to do so. Still, not a time to play this game. It's unfinished, clearly. It's a great game, but unfinished. Too bad. Anyway, I think I've shown you enough. I think the Steam Deck, if the game gets patched to a playable state in general, we should be getting 30 frames on medium settings with balanced FSR. Or the settings that I'm using right now, basically. And I'm not being delusional, trust me on that one. It's not taking advantage of our hardware. I mean, it's not even maxing out the CPU. So there you can see that there's something that's not doing correctly. But I think it's nice to assume that we could actually make it run at 30. As long as we use balanced FSR and a mix between medium and low. I think that wouldn't be too much to ask, really, of the Steam Deck. Considering the numbers I'm seeing right now, I think it's very possible. It's just up to the developers to improve the experience in some way or another. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks again to EA for the code. And I'll see you next time. Bye guys. Thanks for watching.